Play different.
Greetings fellow Mac addicts. In this video we're looking at Attack of the Mummers by David P. Derwin. So as you can see here, playing the game is quite simple. These oddly shaped aliens run across the screen and you click on them to kill them. You can also kill their ghosts. You also get a selection of weapons to take them all out. Let's take a look at them now.
You can't get me. You can't get. You can't get me. You can't get.
In order to get to the next level, you have to get a certain amount of points, or it's game over. Before each level you get a little story like here, and each level has a different objective, but really they all boil down to shooting all the mamas. Okay, by now some of you may be thinking this game looks very familiar. That's because this is just a res edit hack of the cult classic game Barney Carnage, and it was done by someone who was 12 years old at the time. I will now quote what the creator has to say about the game today. Yeah, so this was me. I was 12 years old, had a copy of Resident, and an awful inside joke among my friends, the titular mamas. I thought I was hot shit, quote unquote, making my own games. I didn't stop editing games, but this was the first and last I ever actually released online. I had no idea that it would spread. So, the Mac community has my 20-year-late apology for this piece of garbage. Some poor soul actually sent me money for this once. I still feel bad when I think about it. The creator then went on to post some more information. It astounds me that magazines picked it up. It was even distributed overseas. I think because the subject matter was so out there and made sense to nobody but me and my friend group. I got hate mail once, calling me out for editing Barney Carnage and having the gall to call it shareware. That guy was totally right. P.S. The mamas got their shape because I would try to irritate my school friends by using my fingers to quote unquote walk on their shoulders and tell them it's a weird tiny alien. Eventually I drew pictures of them and they came out looking like this. I'm really glad the creator cleared that up because they just look like a pair of legs and a bottom to me. P.P.S. he goes on to say, there's an unreleased sequel, another res edit hack job called Operation Mama. Now, I think it's important to note that this was not the only Barney Carnage hack that was released in the wild, but I found it to be the most interesting one. Also note that you can still see the icon for Barney Carnage in the upper right corner of the screen. Although I don't think it was cool to try to release it as his own game, I do think it's cool how this game shows how easy it was to edit software with ResEdit and make it your quote unquote own, since a 12-year-old managed to do it. And that is Attack of the Mummers, a game with an interesting little backstory.